Arkansas Outdoor Life. So, today's topic will be Arkansas's fishing. Now, right now, I'm just going to name out some species of fish and how much you can catch per day, their daily limit. Alligator gar, 1 per day. Only one alligator gar greater than 36 inches may be taken per year with an alligator gar tag. Alligator gar may not be taken from noon, May 1st through noon. July 1st statewide, an alligator gar permit is required to take alligator gar less than 36 inches, which is available at regional offices. Black bass, 10 a day. Smallmouth bass, 4 a day. Rock bass, 10 a day. Bream, 50 a day. Catfish, 10 a day. Crappie, 50 a day. Paddlefish, 2 a day. Pickerel, 6 a day. And sauger, 6 a day. Sockeye, 6 a day. And shovel-nosed sturgeon has no limit. The length limit is 21 inches or longer. Harvest restricted between main levees of the Mississippi River. Striped bass, 6 a day. Trout, 5 a day. Walleye, 6 a day. White bass, 25 a day. Yellow bass, no limit. Daily limit, the total limit of certain fish species that may be taken in one day. Possession limit is the maximum number of certain fish species allowed in a person's possession at any time, whether they're person or stored in another location. Fish that have been processed and are stored at a person's legal residence do not count towards their possession limit. Snagging limit is half-day limit. Spear fishing limit is half-day limit. Okay, now we're going to talk about some sport fish. Right now we're going to talk about catfish. Okay. Catfish are present in almost all of the Arkansas waters and provide important recreational, commercial, and subsistence fisheries in many rivers, lakes, reservoirs, and streams. Approximately 18% of sport fishing effort statewide is directed towards catfish. The Arkansas Game and Fish Commission Catfish Management Team evaluates catfish populations throughout the state and adjusts harvest limits to ensure healthy fisheries for the future while enabling anglers to make most of their time chasing these highly valued fish for sport and food. In addition, the management of existing populations, the AGFC fish hatcheries expend tremendous amounts of effort raising and stocking catfish to enhance angling experience throughout the state. Arkansas Game and Fish hatcheries produce about 1.3 million catfish each year to provide anglers with increased angling opportunities. Nearly 400,000 catfish produced each year by the AGFC hatcheries are catchable-sized channel catfish, used to immediately bolster angling opportunities in rivers. AGFC-owned lakes and small bodies of water where fishing derbies take place. These 15 to 13-inch catfishes are also used extensively in the AGFC's family and community fishing program. This brings angling opportunities to people who may not have means to get one of the larger bodies of water in the state. Roughly 80,000 catchable-sized catfish are stocked in family and community fishing program ponds in spring and fall, while other 100,000 or so are devoted to 300 fishing derbies throughout the year in Arkansas. Walleye. Few fish rival the reputation for table fare enjoyed by walleye, sauger, and sockeye. Although abundant in some Arkansas waters, these species never have enjoyed the popularity given to them in northern or western states. However, many northern transplants find great sport in pursuing walleye in lakes such as Greer's Ferry and Lake Catherine. Arkansas's walleye population is boosted by the work of the AGFC hatchery system, which has refined the science of hatching this species into an art form. Unlike bass and other sunfish eggs, which are hatched in nests and guarded by their parents, walleye eggs are laid and fertilized in rocky shoals where the current keeps them clean and oxygenated until they hatch. Hatchery crews mimic these conditions in the hatchery, bringing in the female fish that are ready to spawn, mutually mixing the eggs with the milk from the male fish, and then returning the adult brood to the waters where they came. Walleye produced from the spawning effort are distributed to many lakes and rivers in Arkansas so anglers can target these fine-tasting fish, the true perch family. Striped bass. With the exception of an Arkansas River population, striped bass do not reproduce naturally in the wind. With native habitats, they migrate from the sea and spawn in estuaries. Their free-floating eggs tumble downstream 48 hours before hatching and returning to the sea. Because those conditions don't exist in Arkansas, the AGFC mimics the process in a hatchery. Even though their spawn is not successful, striped bass migrate up the tributary arms of the lakes they are in to spawn each April. Crews of biologists are ready for the migration and catch the stripers in nets to bring them back to the hatchery. Once there, the eggs and the milk of the stripers are manually mixed together and placed into special tumbling canisters that are kept at the right temperature until fry hatch. Roughly 500,000 2-inch striped bass fingerlings are stocked in Arkansas each year. The only Arkansas lakes which receive striped bass stockings are Beaver, Hamilton, North Fork, and Ouachita. These larger gizzard squad shad from becoming too abundant. Striped bass have small but dedicated following among Arkansas anglers, and anyone who has hooked into one knows why. In addition to their large size, stripers are one of the hardest fighting fish in the natural state. Now here are some fishing utensils you could bring to fish. You could use like a kayak, a flat bottom boat, or just any type of boat, or you can sit on the bank, You definitely need a fishing pole, fishing line. You may need a fillet knife if you're going to eat it. You may need some bait, and you're probably going to need a hook, That's probably what you're going to need. You need fishing pliers to get the hook out of the fish. Then you need a crimping tool for the net. That has been all. Goodbye.